Hey guys, it's Tom with more Watchman River. I want to talk about the rapture and Jesus coming back, and I'm going to tell you my storm cloud analogy again. And I'm going to tell you that, we have these dark clouds above us, and the air is all humid, and we hear rumblings of thunder. And we know at any second the rain's going to come. It's just going to, and the lightning's going to strike, and the thunder is going to strike, and the rain's going to pour down. You know what that's like when you have a storm right above you. That's where I think we're at. That's where I think we're at right now. But I want to bring up something that within that storm cloud analogy that I'm thinking about. And it's when I was a kid, when I was younger, most churches talked about Jesus coming back. Now, they didn't necessarily grasp the rapture, but they talked about his second coming. Jesus coming back, and be prepared. He's coming back. And it's almost like if we were looking at a storm, when the storm clouds were in the far distance, it was safe to say the storm's coming. Jesus is coming. It's okay. He's coming. Don't worry about anything. But as the storm clouds get closer and closer, and as Jesus, the rapture of the church, gets closer and closer, all of a sudden now it's like taboo to talk about Jesus coming again. They want those storm clouds back way back there, in the far, far, far distance. And then they'll say, yeah, Jesus is coming back. But they can't handle when the dark clouds are above them. Then it's like, what are you doing? Don't talk about this. Do you see that? In 2 Peter chapter 3, verses 3 and 4, it says, knowing this first, that scoffers will come in the last days, walking according to their own lusts, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of creation. Man, are we living in those days? And man, did Peter say it precisely. Can you believe how perfect that is? Because that's exactly what we're living through. The closer those storm clouds get, the closer the rapture gets, the more feverish the cry for us to shut up is. Have you noticed that? It's like, don't say that. You guys have been saying that for 2,000 years and nothing's happened. Man, Peter knocked it out of the park. The Holy Spirit was guiding his pen that day, I'll tell you that. Wow. I can't not look up every day because I saw the storm clouds. I saw the return of Jesus in the rapture in the far distance. In my mind, I would say, oh, that's not for another 10 or 20 years. Back 30, 40 years ago. Didn't feel like it was the right time. Not enough stuff had converged. And now, as the signs are more and more, all the signs have converged, and we're just living in these last days, we're not allowed to say he's coming soon anymore. It's like, don't say that. It's incredible. It's an incredible time to be alive. To watch men just get darker and darker. Let's read about the way men are today from the pen of somebody who wrote it 2,000 years ago. Let's go to 2 Timothy chapter 3, verses 1 through 5. But know this, that in the last days perilous times will come. For men will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, unloving, unforgiving, slanderers, without self-control, brutal, despisers of good, traitors, headstrong, haughty, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, having a form of godliness but denying its power. And from such people turn away. Man, you guys, we are surrounded by those people, aren't we? And it's not just the world. There's some who proclaim they're Christians who have a lot of these traits. Some. From such people turn away. Wow. Living in the last days, we knew it wouldn't be a picnic, but I wouldn't trade it. I wouldn't trade living right now. I wouldn't trade it for any other time period. I know some would, but what are you going to trade it for? Living during World War II? You know, I love living in the last days, and it's hard, and the world is dark. Things are getting harder and harder. But just the thought that one day we're going to hear that cry, that trumpet, that call, come up. Man, I wouldn't trade that for anything. You know, I just pray the Lord lets my heart beat long enough to get to that rapture. And I think we're in the season. And I always tell you guys, I think it's the next event on the prophetic calendar. I'm waiting for it right now, looking up every day. And I think we're getting very close. Those storm clouds are above us. That thunder is rumbling. And you know the skies are about to open up. But yet, they'll say, stop saying it. You say it all the time. I do, because we're there. We're waiting for it. You know. But that's what I got. I love you guys.